You can't get your figures right.
There's been it's nonsense.
The people out there listen to you. Now, these are figures from the state government and from the forester. All you had to do was ring up.
Well, I would hope that people do listen, but you are one person who never has. And when it comes to harping, Squire, you've done a lot more of it than I. But nonetheless, let me go through your figures. There has been a drop from last year. I don't need them, I can listen, unlike you. I know there's been a drop in what's taken out of the forest between this year and last year.
With regard to the to the perception of the National Party in the federal coalition, what would you say would be some of the negative aspects in that perception, and what would you say would be some of the positive aspects, and yes, generally, what is your feeling about?
Now, Stuart, you know better than to ask me to give the negative aspects of the perception of the National Party in the coalition. I mean, after all, you don't want me to also start telling you how I've been beating my wife recently, do you? But no, I think that...
And I'm going to say to the people I already did yesterday, both in Cairns and Ravenswood, Ravenshoe, don't you listen to Richardson. Tell him you don't want to hear him. Don't give him a hall, don't give him a park, and don't go and listen to him. Freeze him out, and let him know in no uncertain terms what you think of him. But don't build him up by going listening to him and having anything to do with him. Let him freeze and like down at the South Pole, with nobody wanting or caring for him.
Groote Eylandt Police say members of the Angurururu Reserve are upset over the theft of several solar panels from heating equipment on the reserve. Good morning, I'm MacIntyre. Next news update.
I really think you ought to talk to the public about the rainforest.
All right. Okay. Look, Mr. Howard, a second question. Look, we've had a bit of a problem regarding the politicians in Queensland at the moment regarding using the public purse.
I'm sorry, I have no comment on that.
No, that's fine, but the question I wanted to ask you...
Look, I'm sorry.
Mr. Howard...
Would you mind ringing Senator Public?
Look, Mr. Howard...
Sorry,
look at
you really are... I mean, we didn't have any arrangement for this interview.
You're using a VIP jet. Do you have any reason for using that for so few appointments up here?
Oh, really? Why don't you talk to my staff about that?
Mr. Howard, do you have an explanation for why you are flying up here in a VIP jet when you've only got a couple of appointments, and you could have quite easily taken a regular domestic flight?
I've had 20 appointments in the entire of North Queensland. It's a very busy schedule, and it is the perfectly normal thing to do. Goodbye.
In every other state and at every Premier's conference, all the other Premiers complain about funding for Queensland.
The privatisation of telecom may mean that that services for rural areas might be may not be as good as in the cities, but on the other hand, the privatisation of or allowing more planes from other countries to come in will be of great benefit. Gee, I haven't framed that too well. What?
He's a universal man, this bloke. He's on AIDS.
I will be saying what I know, and I'll be saying that you, in many ways, are brilliant, which you are, and in other ways, you're the greatest pain in the arse that I've ever had in my fucking life. But that's more in the minor, not in the plus. In fact,
Richardson, no. When he arrives at the airport, tell him in no uncertain terms to go back until he lifts the ban. Thank you so much.
Sir, thank you very much indeed. I'm most grateful. Stuart Round is my name, and I'm with radio station 4am, which is in Cairns and also covers the tableland. So thank you very much indeed again. All the best of the day to you. Hello? Hello?